Welcome back to a new video. So in this workout, it was work from the blocks and I made some adjustments. I pushed a little aggressively in different ways. So I'll talk about those here. So the original plan was to do 5x3. I decided that it'd be better to do 5 sets of 2 because of just the amount of volume I did on snatches on the first day and just trying to calibrate things to be a little bit more accurate to what I think is correct to be doing during the week. I think if I was doing the 5 sets of 3+3 on Monday, doing 5 more sets of 3 was probably overkill, and kind of how I was feeling with the cleans, doing triples and that, like it's just kind of too much in that regard when I could drop the reps a little bit and do a little bit more weight and focus on different things. So I decided to make these 5 sets of 2 instead of 5 sets of 3. Not a major difference, but certainly one that I felt during these sets. The original plan was to work up to 85 kilos, but because I dropped it by a rep, I pushed it up to 90, and all of these 90s felt fantastic. So I did 4 doubles at 90. I pushed the 5th set up to 100 just because every single one I did with 90 just felt super easy and like I was catching it all in a really good spot. The set I did at 100 felt really good as well, so it made me want to try to go even heavier from there. But once I went up to 110, you'll see I missed it twice in kind of the same fashion. I was just too fatigued at that point. I think that's just from the previous 2 days, that kind of just adding up to those. And honestly, like even trying to 110s, I was really pleasantly surprised that I had the confidence to do that. And honestly, like before doing them, like I felt really confident that I was like, if I get it to the right position, like I'm going to be really strong catching it. And that was where the confidence lied. But I just didn't have the, I guess, strength to do it at that point. I was just moving too slow. My low back was getting a little bit pumped after all of these sets, and I think I was just fatigued at this point. But as you saw with the 100, like I was just moving and grooving, and I really thought I was going to do this and even more. And you can see it wasn't even that far off, just a little bit out in front and just a little bit too slow to lock out. But I definitely think it's going to be there soon. Like blocks are I'm responding quite well to doing the blocks, and now they're starting to be in technically good spots. Like my technique's improving with them, so hopefully I'm able to continue to push them up week to week. I think next week, since I did all my sets at 90, I might try to do them at 100 next week to see how that works, especially since it's doubles. It might be manageable. We will see. But for the block clean and jerks, last block I did 2+1. This block I'm going to do 1+2 just to get more practice with the jerk. This is the first working set here at 100. The original plan was to do 3 sets here at 100 with the 1+2. All the cleans felt really good, which is really interesting. I feel like I'm also getting better at the technique of the block cleans just because I've been doing it every week. And so I did 2 sets here at 100, and like it looks more natural, I guess. That's the big thing I'm noticing different. Before it was just like my extension was cut off, and it just looked like I was just banging the bar off my mid thigh just to dive under it, and it's probably still going to happen with heavier weights. But even with this bonus set, I guess, because the first 2 I did at 100, and then I bumped this one up to 125 and did a 1+3 instead of a 1+2. Even that clean looked pretty natural, so I'm pretty happy with that, and hopefully as I keep pushing it up, it continues to look pretty normal. First jerk I wasn't super happy with, but the next 2 I was quite happy with. I was thinking of potentially doing a set of 5, but once I caught it for the 3rd jerk, I was just like, I'm just too tired at this point. Like I'm just gonna, it's just gonna start hurting a little bit too much, and 3 was enough for that. But a really productive session. I'm really happy with how the blocks are continuing to feel. It's something I just want to continue to have on these midweek workouts on these Wednesdays and just continue to push them up. It's a great way to get more volume in both of the lifts and just work on speed under the bar, which is something that I'm always been bad with, which is ironic because I always like block snatches, even though I guess it just puts me in a really good position for them. But if I start to like block cleans as well, then that's just going to be even better. But a really productive session, really happy with everything went. I was relatively quick, as you saw, not a ton of extra stuff besides those 2 main movements. But that's kind of how I like the Wednesdays to be a little bit heavier in intensity for the classics off the blocks, and then not really focused on the other exercises that I could be doing, like squats and pulls. The next session will have bench press that will be coming back, as well as some snatching from the floor, some snatch pulls, and some front squats. So this will be a very heavy set, or the next workout will be a very heavy session as far as the volume goes. But this one was really productive, and hopefully I keep building off it in the next week. But this is going to be it for this one. I'll talk to you all in the next video, and hope you all have a great day. Peace.